Welcome back to another episode of my Arsenal career mode on FIFA 15, guys. And today, obviously, we finally finished the transfer window. We're now getting back into Premier League matches. We've got some big games coming up, including this one against Spurs. The North London derby is always a very tense game. Hopefully, we'll be able to get one over on the mighty Spurs, as they're called. Now, what I would like to do in this game is preferably win like 10 or 12-0, but we all know that isn't going to happen. So, to make it as possible as I could, I put up one of my strongest teams possible. Going away to White Hart Lane, you can't put up a weak team. It's as simple as that. What I found with Tottenham in real life and in FIFA is they've got a very powerful team. They're all very big players. They've got a quick defence, a very pacey defence as well. So I went up full, strength and pace on the wings. And just tried to make sure that all my chances in this game would be coming from the wings and not necessarily going down through the middle. And that's what I plan to do in this game. And let's see if it works out. Now, straight away here, within 20 minutes, the plan was working. I was getting down the wing here, crossing it into, well, that was Sanchez, and that's not going to work out. We need to make sure we're getting Welbeck through the middle there. Now, what I want to say as well is watch out for Wanyama in this episode because I'm using him quite a lot. What a signing. 4 million. He's absolutely incredible. We almost score as well from there. Welbeck making a great shot, but a great save by Lloris there. Able to keep that one out. I have no idea how he managed to do it, but it was still 0-0 at this point. But we were all over Spurs at the moment. Ramsey picks up the ball on the edge of the box there. He goes for the finesse shot, but it does go over the bar for a goal kick. But from that goal kick, an awful touch by Vertonghen, and Welbeck was in there. He gets pushed off the ball. It is a foul. I don't think he got a card, which surprised me. I think that probably could have been a yellow card. Straight away from the free kick here, I just went for it, and what? What the hell just happened? Now, I'm going to be honest, guys. I suck at corners and free kicks on FIFA 15. In 13 and 14, I think they were really easy, but for some reason in this game, I cannot do them to save my life. I feel like the keeper always comes out and catches them. I'm unable to keep it down after getting over the wall, but this was just perfect, and I don't know what I did. I just rushed it, I just quickly aimed. I didn't really think anything would happen, but it managed to go in. Now, what I really regret is not remembering how I did that, so I'm going to have to work on my free kicks to score more of those. But isn't it nice to have someone who can score them for Arsenal? Over the years, we really have struggled with set pieces, I think, scoring from them, especially corners. But now that we've got Sanchez in the team, he scored a free kick against Southampton in real life. He scored a free kick against Tottenham here. We've got someone who can take free kicks. Cazorla's great, I think, as well. Arteta's pretty good at them. Now that Walcott's back, he'll be taking the money as well. Look at that deflection there off Welbeck. Very close to going in there, but Lloris was probably going to cover it. And then they get the biggest chance of the game to equalise, and they hit it over the bar. At this point, I was just chuckling away, thinking, my God, I'm actually going to get a win here. They should have easily scored that. I don't know what happened to Dembele there. Maybe a bit of pressure, and he missed it. But then we went up the other end, almost got ourselves a second goal as well. But that is how it finished, guys. The North London derby is over, and we did win 1-0. So we're climbing back up that table, and there is nothing better than a win in the North London derby to make anyone at Arsenal happy. There you go. The Arsenal board are confident that, I'm the best man for the job. Now, Chesney wants an upgrade on his contract. He wants a little bit more money. Now, this is odd. This seems to be a glitch. I've had this a few times before. Look, he doesn't actually want more money. So I've just bumped it up by 10 grand. I've given him crucial first team player because, well, that's what he is. He is my main goalkeeper. I want to hang on to him. And he accepts it. It's a little bit of a weird one, that. Why wasn't he... he says, I want a bigger contract. I want more money. But it didn't say he wanted it in the actual contract. It's a little bit of a weird one, that. So let me know, guys, in the comments below if you're having this problem as well. But I can say adding 10 grand did the job. So I guess if you have the same problem, just try adding 5 or 10 grand and see what happens. It really depends on, obviously, how much wages they're on in the first place. I think if they're on 80, you're better off pumping it up to 90, if I'm honest. But anyway, we almost get through Leicester there. Now, don't forget, they've got an absolute legend in midfield there, Cambiasso. At the age of, I think he's 33, is he not? Playing for Leicester, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Going from Inter Milan. But either way, though, he couldn't prevent us from scoring, though. The defence isn't good enough either for Leicester. I've got a feeling their defence will let them down a few times in my career mode. They're quite old players, I think. And they've got Konchesky at left back, who actually didn't have a bad game, but we were 1-0 up. Looking for that second goal there with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who for me, one of my favourite players in the game. He's just so quick, it's scary. And there is Cambiasso himself, trying to pull back a goal there for Leicester City, but he was unable to hit the target. Nugent gets the ball here, passes it into Vardy. Now what's Vardy going to do with it? He's going to find that second pass in the 1-2 there to Nugent. And it's an easy finish. Some awful defending there from Smalling. What is going on? I have no idea how this has happened. But Smalling lets go of his man, and then Koscielny as well, not doing very well there. Goes in with the slide tackle, but couldn't get there in time. So we're 1-1 with Leicester City at the moment, in the rain. Are they going to get that second goal? So close. Absolutely amazing last-ditch tackling there from Smalling, who actually since joining has done pretty well. That first half goal wasn't the best, but everyone makes mistakes, right? Other than that, he's been pretty decent, I would say. And it was all Leicester. I've got no idea what was happening here. We're playing at home against a newly promoted side. We should be doing well here. But Wilshere, who came on in the second half, I believe, went on an amazing run here. Look at this. Just kept going, kept going. I think the defender ran out of stamina there. He just could not sprint. And unfortunately, though, for us, we were unable to score the goal. But then we get a last-minute break here. 3 versus 2. It comes to Welbeck. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's going to make that run. And I hit it at the keeper. Now, Schmeichel is a great little keeper. Obviously, he's the son of the biggest Schmeichel in the world. A new legend, by the way, for Xbox users, obviously. But we were unable to score because of Schmeichel. It was a great save. And then we get some more bad news. After dropping points against a newly promoted side, Ozil is injured for 3 weeks. Luckily, not 3 months like in real life. But we had to go into this Aston Villa game without Ozil. But for me, that's okay. We've got so many, left and right-sided wingers we can bring in. We've got Joel Campbell, of course. We've got Walcott, Sanchez, Chamberlain. We've got Cazorla. There's so many players, but straight from kickoff, even without Ozil, we've got Sanchez playing down that left side. He cuts in with an amazing run there, and Guzan gets owned in the first 3 minutes of the game. Look at that. They haven't even announced the Aston Villa team there. Scrolling at the bottom, it was that quick. Poor defending. Really, really poor defending from Aston Villa there. And 1-0 in the first 3 minutes is not a bad start to a match. But there's Wanyama winning a tackle. The pass wasn't the best to Ramsey. He loses out. And it comes to Nzogbi, who has the shot, but it is pathetic. What a rubbish shot that is. Trying to get themselves back in the game. It's not going to happen like that. But now, towards the end of the first half here, what we're going to get going here. Wanyama gets a ball through to him there, but was not quick enough. He's quick, don't get me wrong, but because he's so big, he's not quite. He doesn't accelerate at full speed straight away. So it took him a while to get to that ball. But Welbeck is the complete opposite. Look at the power he has in his dribbling there. And we almost get the header on target. But Guzan is there to catch it. We're still 1-0 up against Aston Villa at this point. Into the last few minutes here, Cazorla picks out Welbeck, who had an amazing game, by the way. Welbeck is just getting better and better. And Ramsey has a shot which just bends around the post there. Very unlucky from Ramsey there. And now we get a throw in the last few minutes here. Injury time, plus 5 minutes. I have no idea where that came from, by the way. But Wanyama finds Ramsey. Has another shot which is deflected out for a corner. I mean, we were winning 1-0. I wasn't under any pressure. Aston Villa didn't really have the best game. Not many chances, to be honest. But I wanted that second goal just to make sure. But it wasn't needed. The referee blows the whistle and we finished the game 1-0. So a very good run of results there. And now we've got a Champions League game. We're back into the Champions League, guys. We've got the first leg against Olympiacos coming up. But due to lots of requests in the comments, here is a squad report. Don't forget to pause the video on any players that you want to look at in more detail. Otherwise, we would be here all day. But in general, the whole squad are doing well. Wanyama's gone up by 1 already. Hopefully, I'm hoping he'll get to 77, maybe even 78 at the end of the season. That'd be pretty nice. Ramsey's in good form, but isn't growing. A little bit of an odd one. Cazorla's gone up by 2 at the age of 30, which is pretty damn awesome. Sanchez looks like he will go up by 1 soon. There's Welbeck up by 3. He's had obviously an amazing season for Arsenal. Rosicky at 34 has gone down by 1, but it's only his mental stats, so I'm not too worried about that. Mertesacker, despite being injured, has still gone up by 1. You've got Chambers and Rabiot here. Rabiot hasn't gone up yet. I haven't used him as much as maybe I should, but Chambers, one of the best growers in the team, up by 3. We've got Campbell here up by 2. Another one of those players who can just come in if needed. And then we've got Bellerin up by 3. Hopefully he will get into the 70s in this career mode. Would be nice to see. Wilshere and Ramsey, I'm really surprised at. They play a lot of games and they haven't grown. It really sucks that. Monreal up by 1 but has lost a few mental stats. You've got Walcott there up by 2, which is great. We've got Abu Diaby, who obviously I've kept and not sold. Same with Arteta for now. Arteta's gone up. Absolutely crazy. We've got Zalalim as well. Some other youngsters here doing very well, including Akpom and Nabry, both going up there. And don't forget, we do have a few players out on loan who I brought back in January, some of them, and sold them because I'm looking to get some of my players from my youth squad up into the first team. I'll be signing them up soon. Really excited for that. There's Flamini, who I will be selling next summer. There's no doubt about it. He's not good enough. You've got Jenkinson and Silva there on loan still. A Phobe as well has gone up by 1, which is pretty good to see. Miechi has gone up by 3. Definitely in my plans next season. And there is more who I will be selling as well. So that is the end of the squad report, guys. And here is the Barclays Premier League table. So after those few results there, we've gone above Chelsea into 3rd. But they have a game in hand. So basically, guys, we're still 4th. But thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time.